Cool. All right, we're going to begin on the back. So go ahead and lay on back for your relaxing chill yoga flow today, targeting our upper back, shoulder, and neck. We're also getting into some lower body stretches as well. So you get a full, relaxing, full body flow. So lay on down your mat. Let's take up some space here, especially if you've been trapped in a chair all day. Really take up some space. Maybe wiggle out your legs, wiggle out your hands and fingers around your wrists, and let it go. 3-part breath, really helpful for stress relief. So inhale through your mouth into your belly. Inhale through your mouth into your heart. Exhale out your mouth. Let's do 3 rounds. So inhale into your belly, inhale into your heart, exhale out your mouth. Last one, inhale belly, inhale heart, exhale out your mouth. Nice. Just take a moment here, laying in silence with your breath. Allow the tension from your body, from your day to melt all the way down into the ground. Releasing any stress, worries, fears, or doubts. They'll be there ready for you when you need to readdress them. For now, just create some space. Take one more full breath. So starting from your belly, fill your entire being all the way up. Exhale, let it go. Start to pull your knees into your chest. You can keep your eyes closed if you want, or gently blink them open. Wrap your arms around your shin bones. Take another full breath in. Exhale, release your arms by your sides, bending at your elbows to really root your shoulder blades down. Flop your knees towards your right. Lower back twist here. Take a big breath into your belly. Exhale, flop your knees to your left. Let's do one more each side. So inhale back to center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, find happy baby pose. So I love to actually start with happy baby pose. Most of the time we end class with it, but especially for people who've been sitting a lot, our back can be pretty tight. So see here if you can flatten your tailbone on your mat. If you can't flatten your tailbone on your mat, release your feet, catch your ankles, or maybe even your thighs. You might notice that your tailbone lengthens all the way down. You can rock side to side here, just releasing tension, massaging your whole back. One more breath here. And exhale, release. Let's rock and roll. So start to get some momentum, pressing your palms into your thighs as you rock and roll all the way up into a C. Cross your ankles. Inhale, reach your arms up, all the way up. Exhale, round your wrists. Let it go. First little wrist stretch here for you. Inhale, flex your palms away from your body. Take a big breath in. Exhale, shrug your shoulder blades away from your ears down your back. Imagine like you're in tabletop, but you're seated. Now take your right fingers and gently pull your fingertips back towards your shoulder and switch sides. Now press your fingertips down towards your mat. Another big breath in. Exhale, switch sides. Left fingertips down. And release. Eagle arms, one of my favorites. Tucking your right elbow inside your left. Palms face your face. So not going for the full bind today. We're really focusing on shrugging your shoulder blades all the way down your back. Making a giant X here with your elbows. Let's start to make this a dynamic stretch. So movement here, pulling your elbows up towards your face. On your inhale, exhale, crunch your elbows down towards your belly button. You can go as far as feels good in your body. Let's do that 2 more times. So inhale, lift your elbows up. Exhale, pull them down. See if you can create a tug of war here with your locked arms. Now, what that does is help release tension in your upper back. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, let's go side to side. So gentle pull with your elbows right and left. Maybe adding some interpretive dance in here, swaying your spine a little bit, getting into the nooks and crannies. Let's do one more each side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, shake it out. Woo. You can press your thumbs down, palms away, little pulse here. Stretching out the front of our shoulders and biceps. And release. Let's do the other side, eagle arms. So arms back out, zombie style here. Take a big breath in. Exhale, opposite arm inside. So switching here, take another big breath in. Set yourself up, shoulders down your back, nice broad expansion here in your collarbones. And lift slowly up and down. I rotated to the side so you can see me here. I'm keeping my shoulders down away from my ears the entire time. So I'm not releasing here and making my neck short. Keep it long. That's what's really going to help you feel it in your upper back. Let's do one more, back to center. Now exhale, sway side to side. See if you can lead with your elbows here. That's where you'll really feel it. Last two. And one. Stretch it out. Pulse your palms back behind you, thumbs down. And release. Find tabletop. So tabletop, hands and knees, stacking your shoulders right on top of your wrists, hips on top of your knees. You can flatten your feet or keep your toes tucked. You choose. Belly down, heart lifts, find cow pose. Exhale, round your back for cat. Getting our full spinal flexion here. Inhale, dip your belly down. Exhale, one more, cat pose. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Exhale, walk it out for puppy pose. This is a really great pose for digestion as well as a chest opener. So let your belly hang heavy here. Don't hold it in and flatten your forearms on your mat. If this feels too intense for your shoulders, you can lift up so you're almost in a lifted or forearms down type of tabletop here. Take a big breath in. Exhale, snake your spine all the way through to Sphinx pose. So stacking your shoulders right on top of your elbows. Or if you have a sensitive low back, you can walk your hands a little bit further towards the top of your mat. Now, if you have any reason why you're not on your belly today, for example, I know we have some people who are carrying children, you can just stay up in your tabletop here to avoid pressure on your belly. So work with your body today. Take another big breath in if you're in Sphinx pose. Exhale, release your chest to your mat. Cobra pose, place your hands underneath your shoulders. Activate your upper back to pull your heart away. Exhale, press back, child's pose. Hips on top of your heels. Your knees can go nice and wide here to create space for your chest. Or if you have any lower back discomfort, keep your knees together. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, rise back to tabletop. Last move in tabletop here. Thread the needle. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. Big stretch here. Exhale, cross underneath, lowering your head to your mat. Take one more big belly breath in, pressing your left hand into your mat a little bit deeper for a twist. And exhale, release all the way back up. Let's switch sides. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, reach all the way up and cross underneath. And relaxing your neck here. You might even feel a pull all the way along your spine towards your opposite hip. Take another grounding breath here. Big belly in. Exhale out. Press into your hand, reach all the way back up. Inhale, release your hand back to your mat. Exhale, tuck your toes. Let's find downward facing dog. So straightening your back legs, hips go up, making a triangle shape with your body. Feel free to walk it out. So meaning bending one knee, bend the other. Stretching out the backs of your legs. Let's get a little calf stretch in. We tend to forget about our calves. So inhale, step your feet together. Exhale, press your right toes on top of your left heel. If your heel's already on your mat, you can just press it a little bit deeper. If your heel's really high up, just relax your muscles here. Allow gravity to do the work. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Switching sides. Gently press your left toes into your right heel. Allow your breath to expand any tension areas and release them on your exhale. Inhale, one more breath. Exhale, release. All right, bend your knees. Start to walk or hop your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back here. Squeeze your belly tight. Exhale, flutter your lips. Bob your head, yes. Shake it, no. You can cradle your elbows, tucking them inside. Tucking your wrists inside your elbows. Maybe sway your hips side to side as you nod your head, yes, and shake it, no. Inhale, release your hands, come back to a halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, lion's breath, stick out your tongue. Really nice. Inhale, bend your knees, slowly stack your spine all the way up to standing. Float your hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, dive forwards. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to mat, step back. Option to go straight into tabletop or downward facing dog. Or if you're craving that traditional high to low plank or vinyasa, feel free to go for it. Maybe your knees lower or stay lifted. Scoop through for cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, bend your knees again. This time, walk your hands back towards your feet. Inhale, flat back at the back of your mat. Exhale, flutter your lips. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lion's breath. This time, inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, rise up for chair pose. Hold here. Don't worry, we're not hanging out too long. Take a big breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, walk your hands back out to plank pose. Stay here. Again, options to go back to downward facing dog. Lower your knees, stay in tabletop for more restorative practice, or move through your high to low. Downward facing dog. Let's stretch out our legs. So inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it through your hands. Plant your left hand next to your foot. And again, if your foot didn't make it all the way to the top of your mat, you can just pick up your ankle and place it there. Press your left hand into your mat, twist right arm to the sky. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release your hand back to your mat. Lower your left knee down. Hamstring stretch. Inch your right toes towards the top of your mat. Exhale, straighten your leg as far as it will go. My right hamstring is super tight today. So as you can see, I have a bend in my knee. So I'm going to just keep that there to help release tension without straining my muscle. Take a couple big breaths here. If you're feeling really precarious, you can come onto your fists. That can be helpful. Take another big breath in. Now exhale, slide your foot back. Stack your knee on top of your ankle again, rising up, kneeling lunge. Now we're getting into our hip flexor on our left leg. So if you want a little bit more, you can release your hands back down and inch your left leg even further back, rising up again. Take one more breath here. Exhale, release your hands to your mat. Retuck your toes. Step your feet together. Exhale, fold. Now this time, inhale, reach your hands behind you, interlace your fingertips, shrug your shoulder blades together, dangle your head, shake it no, nod it yes. See if you can pull your palms to touch and maybe even bring your hands closer towards the top of your head. Again, this is a really great stretch for your shoulders. So see if you can take advantage of it by shrugging them away from your heart and together down your back. Breathe into it. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back for plank pose. You know what to do. Pick your version. We'll meet in downward facing dog. If you're in downward facing dog already, take a big breath here. Exhale out your mouth. Left side, inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step through for a low lunge. Same thing here. You can pick up your left ankle and move it towards the top of your mat if you need to. Exhale, plant your right hand, twist open towards the left side of your body. Taking a big breath here. Exhale, release. Left hand back to mat. Lower your right knee. Release your toes. Hamstring stretch. Inch your left toes towards the top of your mat and shift your weight back. The reason why we inch our toes forward first is because we really want to have a right angle here in our hip and our knee. If you are so far back, you can stress out your knee joint because you're putting all your weight in your knee joint. If you're further forwards, that's okay because you're leaning forwards, again, not putting it in your knee. It's just something to be mindful of. Take another breath here. Now exhale, shimmy your foot back underneath your knee, rising up for your kneeling lunge. Same thing if you want to stretch out your right hip flexor even more. Hands back to your mat, inch your leg further back. Breathe here, squeeze your glute for support. One more breath. Exhale, hands to your mat, tuck your toes, step to meet your left foot. Inhale, flat spine here. Exhale, shake it out. Slightly different here. Place your left hand into your mat. Bend your left knee. Twist your right arm towards the sky. Exhale, switch sides. Inhale, release your hands back to your mat. Exhale, fold. Now inhale, bend your knees. Slowly rise all the way up to standing. Float your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Little shoulder stretch here. Inhale, wrap your right arm behind you. Interlace your fingers here on the other side of your hip. Tuck your left wing in and tuck your chin towards your chest. Now inhale, bring your chin towards your left shoulder. If you feel tension here and you want to hang out, stay here. Or feel free to bring your chin towards your right shoulder and see how that side of your neck feels. Take a few passes back and forth, really stretching out your neck and shoulders. And exhale, bring your head back to center, switch sides. So again, tuck your right wing in, left fingers interlaced with your right. Left shoulder is tucked in by your side. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Go ahead and switch back and forth at your own pace. You can also stay in one spot if it feels really tight, just sending your breath in any of those tight spots to let it go. One more big breath here. Exhale, release your hands, shake it out. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, flat back, hands to your shins. Exhale, hands into your mat. Step back for your plank pose, downward dog, tabletop, or your high to low plank. Downward facing dog. Take one more big breath into your belly. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, wave forward to plank pose. We're gonna lower down super slow, or if you're not doing core work today, you can just find tabletop and then slowly lower to your mat. We'll lower down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoulder stretch here. I'll show you a standing version, so if you're not laying on your belly today, you will have an option. But first, if you are laying on your belly, plant your palm on your mat. Right palm on your mat. Exhale, twist open over your shoulder. So plant your left hand to support you and plant your left leg behind your straightened right leg. You can release your head to your mat. If this feels too intense on your right shoulder, walk your hand towards your hip. Now, if you'd like to do the standing version, you can find a wall, plant your palm against the wall, hip right against the wall here, and gently turn away from the wall. You'll notice I don't actually go very far, so this can be a really tight pose. But if you just gently twist your body away from the wall, you can find that same stretch. You can also walk your hand further down if it's too intense, or right in line with your shoulder for the full variation. If you're on your belly, go ahead and slowly switch sides. If you're standing, you can do so as well, placing your palm against the wall, and again, twisting away from your shoulder. If you're on your belly, your left hand will go out, and you'll rotate open over on your mat. So take a couple of deep breaths, whichever variation you're in. Breathing into your shoulder and chest. One more breath here. And exhale, release. If you're standing, we'll all meet back into child's pose. So hips pressing into your heels, knees together or apart. Bow your head into your mat. Shark fin variation, my favorite here. Clap your palms to touch. Start to walk your elbows towards the top of your mat. Exhale, press your seat back down. Your hands can rest on top of your head or behind your head on your neck. The more that you walk your elbows towards the top of the mat, the more you'll feel it in your tricep, back of your arms, and your lats or your back. Couple deep breaths here. Last 2. And 1. Gently release your hands, rabbit pose, pressing your arms behind you, pressing into the tops of your arms. Your crown of your head comes to your mat. Rise up, lift your hips above your knees, round your upper back here, which is the focus of this stretch. Create some tension by pressing your arms and hands into your mat, or you can find the full variation stacking your toes and catching your heels. The goal here in this pose is to make yourself into a tiny ball and stretch out your whole upper back. So take one more big breath, whatever variation you've chosen, and exhale, release. Inhale, come back to tabletop, walking your hands underneath your shoulders. Exhale, switch your feet out in front of you. Let's give them a little pat down. Ooh. Very good stretch. Little inner thigh stretch. Pull your soles of your feet together. To get a really deep stretch here, we oftentimes pull our heels towards our seat, but that can create strain in our knee joints. So I actually like to press my hands behind me and then scooch forward. And that can help open up our inner thighs a little bit more. You can also press your elbows gently into your knees like I'm doing. So take one more big breath here. And exhale, release. Cross your ankles. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. One more big stretch. Exhale, fold over your ankles, bowing your head. Inhale, slowly stack your spine all the way back up. Arms float. Exhale, hands to your heart. We're going to close class with a couple of deep breaths. So you can keep your hands at your heart if that feels good to you, or you can rest them on top of your knees for some grounding. Coming back to the breath work we did at the start of class, focusing on breathing in through your mouth, into your belly, your heart, and then out through your mouth. So let's begin. Exhale everything out. Inhale into your belly. Inhale into your heart. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale belly. Inhale heart. Exhale, let it go. Couple more rounds. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Three more. Last one. Full belly breath in. Exhale, let it go. Option to bring your hands to your heart center, bowing your head in acknowledgement of the space that we all created together, the space that we're holding in community. I honor each and every one of you. I honor your trust. I honor the fact that you came here today. You showed up for yourselves to de-stress and stretch, especially the current climate. I wish you all well. I wish that you are seen. I wish that you are heard. And I know and I trust that you will do as you need to do for your body, mind, and spirit. Namaste.